Hi friends, it's T-Man, and I'm back with a new video, man. It's I guess you could call this a Q&A. So, I get people writing me all the time in the comment section. People come to my channel, they're new, they don't know me from my old channel, or they just started watching some video I put out or something. They don't even know what I'm about or what I do in this channel, but anyway, I just do reaction videos. I don't know why people are jumping out of their spacesuits, but anyway, so I did a video on this dude, Nelawanji, whatever, Wolf Coaching, Milo Wolf Coaching. Yeah, so in the comment section, one of these guys keeps writing me. His name is Steve Manning, 1299. Now, this guy wrote me at the top up here. I'm not going to go through all of this, the arguments, whatever. I just want to scroll down to this part where he's talking to me. He says, not even that, I've built muscle with 70 grams of protein a day. People still don't get for a natural muscle growth is slow process. You don't need 200 grams a day. All that does is make the kidneys have to overwork. I bet you Steve Manning 1299 eats an artificial fucking herbivore damn diet, dude. Get it? And I'm not joking. He's eating a herbivore diet and he's talking about protein building muscle. If you are eating carbohydrates and you are lifting weights and you say you're eating 70 grams, that's not how it works exactly. That's not what it says in science. I've used complex carbohydrates in the past. I've been very careful with complex and eating protein. I never mixed anything else in there when I was doing that. Because even at that time, I wasn't sure about how eating went. I wasn't sure. But I did know about a complex carbohydrate, potatoes, and I did know about eating a lot of meat. And I did that. I did that because I could afford it. Okay, that 70 grams or 200 grams is not going to work. You need to be in a positive nitrogen balance like science says, okay? What did I write you? I said here, NCBI, skeletal muscle is continually breaking down, synthesizing protein. If muscle is going to maintain its mass, the net level of protein balance must equal 0. If muscle is going to gain mass, protein synthesis must exceed protein breakdown. So I don't care what Mike, the fake, whatever, the drug addict, he says, or whatever his name is. Because I think you were talking about Mike Rizzatrell or somebody. I can't even remember now. You want to know, and then I wrote you, want to know what you need? Skeletal muscles continuously breaking down, synthesizing protein. That's what you need. Yeah. And then you wrote me, no, it's not how it works. I'm older than you. How much older are you than me? Here's the thing, who cares how much older you are than me? I think you're only 3 years older than me, but guess what? Does it really matter? You don't have experience. You don't know what you're doing. No, it's not how it works. Okay, how does it work? I'm older than you. I have been in this game longer. Who cares if you've been in the game longer? You've been failing that long. That's your problem. You've been failing in the game longer than me. I've been winning in this game. You understand me? I already won in this game. I don't have to do it anymore. You understand me? I did it once and I quit. I don't do it anymore like a basketball player. Get it? I retired. I'm retired. I'm done. I'm over with it, okay? I don't want to rehash old things anymore. So he says muscle does not compensate inside a 14-day period. What are you talking about? Muscle goes through a repair and a remodeling if you got muscle damage, which is associated with an adaptation. Adaptation means muscle damage. If you actually got that doing something you were unaccustomed to or unfamiliar with, or you were untrained and you got that damage, then that repair is going to go for approximately 10 to 14 days. Now, it also depends how much you're eating. So I stay in a positive nitrogen balance by overeating a lot of beef. Beef is the best because you could eat it practically raw. It's filled with all the nutrients, okay? You eat it throughout the day, you eat a lot of it, mounds of it. It's especially important to eat right after your workout. If you did a damaging session, which is a full body workout, upper body, because you want everything to repair and remodel in unison, because we got something called the repeated bout effect phenomenon. With a repeated bout, it protects muscle from any more damage. So if you came in and you did your chest and you try to do your back, it doesn't really work anymore. It's hard. And you could be shrinking the muscle anyways, because you just worked your chest and now it's damaged. and now you want to do your back and do rows, you're going to be pulling on the chest muscles. So they're going to shrink. They're going to become apoptotic no matter how much protein you eat there, because you're working them, dude. They are actually in a phase of breaking down. There is dead tissue floating around going through your heart. You understand me? In your blood. You can pick it up. Go do a test with your doctor and you'll see. If you ever get a damaging session, you'll see there's dead tissue floating around. That's why bodybuilding is more complex than you think it is when it comes to damaging it and repairing and building muscle. Now, if you just want to get a little bit of mass, well, it'll reach an MND size limit. Like it says, it reaches the ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond where the progenitor satellite cell can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. Why is that? Because nuclei synthesize protein. That's their job, dude. Get it? So, yeah, you want to build some phony strength, that's okay. I know. Myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. What controls the mass of the limb muscles? When protein synthesis exceeds breakdown, and you are in a positive nitrogen balance. Anabolic. Get it, dude? That's how muscles grow. Yeah. Okay, anyways. He says, I've taken 2 weeks lay off from training and come back stronger. Okay, you can do that and come back stronger. I never said you wouldn't come back stronger. I've always come back stronger too doing that back in the day, okay, when I took up bodybuilding. That proves right there the muscle didn't degrade. Why would it degrade? It wouldn't degrade, but it never particularly grew. You are misconstruing sarcoplasmic growth for myofibrillar growth, possibly, because you're eating a slave diet. And I know you are. Don't lie. Don't lie. So long as you train with intensity and cause an adaptation response. Yeah, but you're not causing an adaptation response. An adaptation response is associated with damage. It means you got restrictive movement, you can't move your arms, you feel pain and stuff. It's associated with ultrastructural muscle injuries, dude. Get it? Listen to the word injury. It's in science, NCBI. I'm not going to bring up every report just for you because you're special. You think you're special. You're not special, dude. And cause and, okay, whatever. You are going to grow that much bigger and stronger. You're not going to grow if you're not in a positive nitrogen balance. The muscle will become apoptotic and you'll lose muscle cells now because they've been injured. And then he says you'll get bigger, stronger over a 17, 14-day period. No, not if protein synthesis doesn't exceed that breakdown. If you're not in a positive nitrogen balance. Get it, dude? And it doesn't take 14 days. I can do it in 7 because I'm in a positive nitrogen balance. I'm eating a load of meat all day. I'm never hungry. I never wake up with hunger pains. I never go to sleep with hunger pains. I'm never hungry, dude. My testosterone is through the roof at 1200 eating all that meat. You understand me? I'm in a positive nitrogen balance. And then he says, even on 3 square meals a day, I've been doing that. I don't know what you've been doing. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just regurgitating stuff that I mentioned in my channel. You probably saw some stuff I talked about. All your nonsense about hitting the buffet for 10 hours binges, I didn't say 10 hours. I said after a full workout, that day when you get an adaptation, muscle damage, it is vitally important, science will tell you this, you have a window. You have a 2-hour window. 2-hour window. So you better go really quick down there within that first hour. Go down to the buffet or wherever. I don't know. Maybe go home. Can you eat 5 or 6 steaks at home? I don't know if you can afford that. So I don't cook. I don't like to cook. So I just go to the buffet. They make my steaks for me. Get it? They make it the way I like it. And so I go there and I eat from, let's say I did a breaking down session in the morning. I went there at around 7 in the morning. It lasted me 3 hours. The buffet opens at 11:30. I get in there at 11:30 and they close at 4 o'clock. I will be eating that whole time from 11:30 to 4 o'clock. That's it. That's it during that session. But after that, I'll be feeding those muscles still. When I get home, maybe an hour or two later, I'll still be eating pieces of meat all the time. And then the next day, I'll do my legs, and then I'll go down to the buffet and eat again. You'll need to be in a positive nitrogen balance. Why do you think they fed those burn victims 36 eggs? Have you ever eaten 36 raw eggs in one seating? Man, can you imagine those people? They ate 36 eggs in one shot. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. They were in a positive nitrogen balance. Why didn't they give those burn victims steroids? Why did they give them 36 eggs? Because steroids, they don't do anything, get it? They don't build anything. Food does. Christ. Plus, there's adverse effects with steroids. But anyways, okay, what else does this guy say? I've been doing that. All your, my nonsense, whatever, okay, pertains to eating addiction. It's not an eating addiction, you moron. You are a moron and nothing more. It's not an eating addiction. You've lost some brain cells. There's so many stupid people like you on the internet. All that's going to get you is high body fat. How the hell could you get high body fat if you're anabolic and you're eating beef and seafood? What are you talking about? Are you brain dead? The body not ever need that much food and protein. The body does not ever need that much food or protein. What are you talking about? It needs it when it's building muscles. They're damaged, you knucklehead. Anyways, whatever. This one is very tiring for me to answer. Like, go check out, see what else is out there. Because some dudes were writing me now. Like this guy was writing me now, donut, right? I think I just answered you. I don't know where your question is now. Shoot, I don't know where it went. There it is. Okay. You asked me, you said, do you think some of it is miscommunication? Okay, so this is a video I did on, what was his name? The lifting slave. Remember the Polarity Fitness, the kid. So, Donut Fitness 6324, he asks me, do you think it was some miscommunication? No, there's no miscommunication. He's simply regurgitating everything that the fitness industry tells him to say. He's just mimicking everything they say. He doesn't know anything. It's not based on experience. That's the problem, okay? It's not based on experience. It's based on regurgitation. Look at what he's eating. I experienced how to eat properly. Remember, I had an old channel. I told you, during COVID, I was experimenting. And then I realized none of those fake foods ever worked, okay, for me. That's why I went back on my natural diet, which is meat. Meat is your natural diet. Beef, that's it. Beef. Wild animals, beef, okay? And some seafood. You can eat seafood. When he says tension drives growth, I wonder if he means max mechanical tension on the eccentric. No, he meant exactly what he said. He said that mechanical tension is the driver of growth, that is not the driver of growth. Especially if you're adapted. That is not the driver of growth if you're adapted. It's protein synthesis is the driver of growth, okay? Protein is nitrogen balance, positive. Causes damage, and that is what sparks either a positive tissue building response. Well, what if you're not getting damaged? What if he's adapted and he's not getting damaged? He's just a lifting slave, going over and over again. He's not shooting for an adaptation. What does science say? Unaccustomed exercise is known to cause what? Widespread muscle damage. It never says trained athletes get this damage. You understand me? You guys all know this. I've done this before, videos and stuff. What sparks either a positive? Okay, if you stay anabolic and eat a negative breakdown, man, I'm only ever anabolic in my channel. I just do muscle damage, okay? I don't do all these weird lifting slave stuff, gym slave, lifting guys in the gym, whatever, okay? I only ever use it now to reverse aging, myogenic decline, senescent cells, and reverse my aging. That's all I'm doing right now. That's all I'm focused on. That's why I'm not eating carbs. I'm simply just eating meat and in an anabolic growth state, positive nitrogen balance, and I damage my muscles now. I've gone back again to the gym. I just started, and I started damaging them again, okay? And so I'm doing damaging sessions. This has nothing to do with conditioning, nothing whatsoever, okay? Catabolic because this dude he's catabolic because he's always catabolic. You're anabolic and catabolic all day long. Listen, man, you're breaking down and building up tissue all day long. He's got protein turnover. That's all he's doing. He's not doing anything. His workouts are frivolous. They're meaningless. They're not going anywhere. To spark growth, something needs to be damaged. But the driver of hypertrophy is protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. That's it. Nitrogen balance. That's it, dude. Or maybe I'm giving him too much credit. You are giving him too much credit. I like that he says to be an infrequent lifter, though. I don't know what he said about infrequent lifting. He never really said that. He's adapted. He said something there, but it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense, bro. I don't know. Let me see. Somebody else wrote me something else here. Dude needs to take the mic off while the sets happen. Yes, I didn't like his heavy breathing. It was annoying. I couldn't stand watching him work out. If he could fix that problem, his channel would be so much better. I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I'm not perfect myself. That dude's heavy breathing, yes, it was unbearable. Yes, it was definitely annoying. I'm sorry. Okay. There, that says it all right there. When is Vegan Gains debating? I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. Soon. These online coaches are getting younger and younger. They are younger. They have nothing, and the certificate means nothing. Without experience, it means nothing. I would never hire you without experience. If you're still putting up your hand and asking to go to the washroom, then you need to reflect on yourself, on your future. What are you doing there still working, putting up your hand, asking to go to the washroom? And if you have no experience, you're not hired. You're fired. That's it. The primary driver of hypertrophy, this guy says here, Jacob box, is protein synthesis exceeding breakdown. Yes, that is the primary driver, but that is caused by positive nitrogen balance plus mechanical tension. No, that is not caused by that. That is caused that man. Okay. You get a, oh man, nitrogen balance happens when protein synthesis exceeds breakdown. Yes, you're anabolic, okay? Now, then he says, plus mechanical tension, which unbeknownst is actually a proximity to failure. No, it's not a proximity to failure. It's based on an adaptation, which is muscle damage. If muscles are not micro injured, then they have nothing to grow there. There's nothing to grow. There's nothing to grow. You can mass up the myofibrillars, but they can only mass up so big, and then you need an addition of these nuclei to synthesize protein. Without them, you can kiss that domain goodbye. I see people lift and eat a lot, and that domain is not being pushed. And then they misconstrued their slave diet, the energy diet, carbohydrate diet for muscles. Those are not muscles. Okay, dude? If you think that Tristan Lee put on 40 pounds of muscle, you have to be deranged in the brain. He gained 40 pounds, right? Well, if he gained 40 pounds, why are his lifts still the same? That's a lot of muscle, 40 pounds. If he actually gained 40 pounds, his lifts should have gone up at least 40%. Why didn't they go up 40%? Because he never built any muscle. Sarcoplasmic is not associated with strength. Duh. All right. Here's this guy's always writing me. This guy is really strange. Steve Pace. Oh, I can't even answer him anymore. I don't know what he's talking about. YouTube is a place where anybody with a cell phone can, they can post content. Yeah, any bozo. Yes, okay. The primary. Here's another one. Okay, I know this guy. Perfection. The primary driver of muscle growth is mechanical tension. Yeah, he's questioning that. It is not the driver of growth of growth. Yeah, you can get something injured, but the driver of growth is what? Protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown, putting you in a positive nitrogen balance, making you anabolic. Therefore, the catabolic hormone is converted to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, making you what? Anabolic. That's how it works. Jesus. Okay. I understand the obsession with thinking people don't train hard enough. Everyone trains hard. Yeah, people train hard, but sometimes you could be working. I had a friend, she used to say, I'm working so hard, but I'm not getting anywhere because it's not based on working hard. That's why they like to hire lazy people, because lazy people try to figure out a shortcut. They try to figure out the shortest way to get there so they don't have to go through all the work. And I'm kind of like that. I figured out the shortest route, the best route to get to where I wanted to go. I didn't want to stay there being a lifting slave for 20 years, okay? Like you people, 30 years or whatever out there. I know this guy, Vampire Krill. He's got a nice channel. He's building up a channel. By his calculations, he will add 5 kilograms every day to his squat. Progressive overload. Okay, yeah, that's progressive overload. That's an adaptation in force production. These androgen receptors, But you could build more of them if you're anabolic. You can get more androgen receptors and more myofibrillar growth, and they'll get bigger, stronger, and a whole bunch of stuff, bro. But his lifts are never gonna get that strong. So in 2 years, he will be lifting as much as strongman. No, he won't be. He will never be. but he will always be a lifting slave because he's going to have to practice at lifting that heavy weight all the time because he never built any myofibrillar growth. Myofibrillar growth is really hard to build. I think people are really, they don't get it. That's why they want to take steroids. These Zoomers hopping on TRT plus steroids at age 18 kills me, bro. Yeah, well, it kills me too. I don't know why they're doing it. Caffeine is a stimulant, it's a drug, and it's toxic. Coffee's toxic. Just destroys your muscle, destroys you, prevents muscle growth. I like this guy, Lord of the Sith. All joking aside, he's right about compound lifts, but needs to understand that progressive overload damages muscle. Well, progressive overload, and which is lifting, it does damage the muscle, but it only damages muscle in an adaptation. And if you don't know what that is, you need to read up on it, which is then repaired through eating, right? Well, it's repaired when you're anabolic. If you're not anabolic, then you'll get an apoptosis. The muscle growth process comes through the stress recovery adaptation. Well, yeah, the adaptation process, the stress, I guess you could call it that, yeah. Wow, he weighs his food on a kitchen scale. Yes, I think that is just people are brain dead weighing their food. They don't know what they're talking about. It has nothing to do with weighing food. Let me get this straight. You're going to go to a gym, you're going to work out for maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours in the gym, and you're going to go eat a small little meal that's going to last you, take you 10 minutes to eat? Bro, my workouts, my upper body workout in an adaptation is going to take me 3 hours. Now that I'm older, sometimes it could take 4 hours. But I would say 3.5, maybe 4 hours at the max. So why wouldn't I eat at the buffet for 4 hours? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I worked out for 4 hours. So you got to eat for 4 hours. But all you people work out for 4 hours and eat for 10 minutes. What? If you were to put more work into training eating, if you ate for 4 hours and worked out for 30 minutes, you'd be much bigger. But all you people are doing all the wrong thing. That kid's doing the wrong thing, bro. Get it? That chicken broccoli stuff is poison, putrid, and Coca-Cola. That doesn't build muscles. The best way to grow muscle is lift and to stimulate and then drink raw eggs. No, it's not. Raw eggs aren't really, they're not the best thing, dude. It's a cheap source. The best is beef, meat. And then it says eggs every 2 to 3 hours alongside meat. No, I wouldn't eat eggs. I cut the eggs out right now. I cut them out. I was doing that before. I've been experimenting with a lot of stuff eating. I'm telling you, beef is the best. Beef. And eat it as raw or rare as you can. And just keep eating it. Just keep eating it. Keep eating a lot of it. You're going to find you're not going to shit a lot. You're not going to be shitting. You're going to find your stomach is going to be flat. You're not going to particularly feel really full, even though you were like, holy mackerel, I ate a lot of meat. And then you'll be eating it every day, and you just will be peeing a lot. But you can't figure out why you're peeing and not shitting, because the meat will just they literally suck the nutrients out of the meat. Then the meat, there's nothing left there. There's only so much, it dries up. And when you do take a shit, only a little bit of stuff is going to come out. You're going to be like, what is this? What's going on here? Especially when you eat steak meat. But if you eat hard, really tough meat, it's not gonna come out so well. You're gonna have a hard time. You need really soft, good beef. Bulking equals getting fat and becoming a diabetic. Yes, I agree. Bulking, that makes absolutely no sense. Bulking, you're going to eat a fake artificial diet, you're going to become a diabetic, and you have metabolic diseases and a bunch of stuff. You're going to destroy your health and your DNA, okay? It's going to cause damage. I messed up my mental health also eating high carbs to bulk up like a what? Effing slave. Yes, you shouldn't do that. I even had a facial tic. Well, that's pretty bad. Beside depression and anxiety, that's what it gives you. I know people have depression, anxiety, they end up in the doctor's office because they eat way too much fake artificial diet carbs, these drug-induced carb diets. Maybe he'll take the noise P, leave the mic on. Well, yeah, he's got the mic problems. Best Beast, could you make a video on David Goggins? Lots of friends are trying to train like him. I feel for most people. He's a slave, okay? I don't even know what to say about David Goggins. He's a slave, dude. He's terrible. And I don't know. He's really bad. And the guy that asked me to do that fast running video, fastest man, I'll do it soon, dude. I don't know where your question is. I think it's in another one of my videos. The videos that I popped up now recently on my channel, like I'm just making references, like some jokes, bro, get it? If you eat like this, So this is what Blaha uses to build his muscles. That's what a lot of people do to build their muscles. Do you think that that builds your muscles? You think that builds your muscles? That's all sugar. Sugar does not build muscles. It prevents muscle growth. That's another problem you all have. No matter how much protein you eat, if you're eating carbs, there's a prevention. I told you, only complex carbs are the ones. If you had to eat a carb, it would be, I would recommend potatoes. That's it, because it doesn't spike insulin. It's slow absorbing. And so that's the only one. But other than that, I definitely don't even recommend eating carbohydrates anymore. Me personally, I'm an older person. I'm not doing that anymore, man. You understand me? I'm not doing that. I'm not destroying my health. So I'm just sticking to my natural diet. Carbs, potatoes, they don't belong in my body, okay? I don't want to poison myself and age myself. So yeah, do not eat that. Do not eat that. And I put some shorts up here. You should eat this. This is what you want to eat. Stuff like this. See, friends, this is the kind of meat you want to eat if you want to build muscle, bro. If you want to build muscle, you got to eat beef, bro. And because you can eat it as rare as you want. Look how rare that. And there's quite a bit of fat in that beef there. So there was only some. These are some leftover pieces. I have been eating a lot. And you see this? This is collagen right there. There's a lot of collagen. These shrimps. These are not farm shrimps. If they were farm shrimps, I would have broken out. Trust me. I will know right away if it's farm shrimps. I start breaking out. I start feeling lethargic really bad. They're not farm shrimps. They actually have quality food when I go to this buffet. Look how raw that is. That's almost raw. Look at that. Look how raw that is. You see that? Because there's a guy here. He makes it for me. Even this one here. Look at this. This is so delicious, bro. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. That's raw, bro. That's raw meat. Look at that. Raw. Yeah. So I do it. I cook it as raw. I get as raw as possible. So you want to eat like this, eh? You want to go anywhere you go. This is what you want to eat. Even in a. That's how you want to eat, man. Eat plate after plate after plate after plate after your damaging workout. If you got a damaging workout. But even if you're trying to build mass on the myofibular, you're gonna have to eat a lot, dude. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to eat a lot, man. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy, but yeah. Let me see this video here. Somebody wrote me. T-Man, make his mind up. He keeps pushing the idea you need to eat a lot of food. What makes you grow. Yeah, fake food doesn't make you grow. He's making mistakes, Blaha. I don't know. At some point, you have to wonder why he is training almost naked. I have no clue, man. He could find shorts. Well, he could, but he says it's hot because he's in Texas. I don't know. I guess so. He can do whatever he wants in his garage. I don't know. When will we see you doing flexing again? I love that. Well, when are we going to see Blaha flexing? Does he ever flex? No, because there's nothing to see. He looks terrible when he flexes. Hey T, we are all eagerly awaiting for your response to the video of Napoleon Music 24. I have no clue who that is, dude. Bloch is like an old clap and banger car. He's trying to remove the rust. Yeah, he's totally gone. Yes, muscle hypertrophy is primarily driven by three key factors. Hypertrophy is driven by mechanical tension, muscle damage, and metabolic stress. No, it's not driven by those things. It's driven by protein. But those can be a triggering device for something for the protein to do. Once the protein goes in your body, where does it go? Well, here's the thing. You also need these progenitor cells activated. They don't activate if there isn't any damage there. What if you're doing what if you're adapted and all you're getting is this hypoxia damage? You're getting hypoxia and, I don't know, oxidative stress damage. These are bad things that happen to your DNA. Yeah, you can eat a lot of protein and see if the myofibular will mass up. Again, it reaches an MND size limit, so wouldn't matter. No matter how much protein you eat, that domain won't move. That's why people say, I reached my natty limit, or I have a natural limit, or whatever the hell they're talking about there. They're not lying, okay, dude? I don't like Blaha either, but he puts out lots of BS info. He does. It's just loads of BS. I have a problem with your theory, Genetic Beast. You say working out a muscle once a week and letting it rest, eating. I don't say let it rest. I say let it, allow it to grow, repair and actually repair and remodel. Let's just put it that way. Eating for 5 days, no, eating for 7 days straight, and then repeating after 7 days. Being in a positive nitrogen balance, anabolic, Jesus, would be optimal to build real muscle. Well, yeah, if you want to build myofibrillar growth, I don't know. If you just want to put mass on the myofibrillar, you go ahead and do that. And then eat a fake diet called carbohydrates. They'll load up there even more. They'll give the illusion that you have more mass than you have. Like Tristan Lee, 40 pounds of sarcoplasmic muscle. He's eating a carb diet now. Is that real muscle? No. On the other hand, I worked, okay, so you say here, Blaha only recently started working out his arms and there should be noticeable growth, yet there is none. There are none. You want to know why? Because he's adapted. He's adapted. He needs to get an adaptation. Why? Because you need the nuclei to synthesize protein, but the progenitor will not donate its nuclei if you haven't reached a domain limit. You have to reach that domain limit being anabolic first. In other words, it's like you have to fill up the cells with protein. They have to reach their limit. And now the progenitor, when it comes out, it will donate its nuclei and it will synthesize protein. And now you need to eat more protein. And then you need to fill up those cells with protein. They're going to synthesize protein, and then that domain will get bigger, and then you can keep pushing it. It's a training to keep eating, stretching your stomach. I started with 3 plates. Now I started with 4 plates. Now I started with 5 plates. Now I got to 6, 7, and 8 plates. Get it? By the time you get to 8, you should have pushed that domain way beyond. Get it? You should be massive and super strong. Yes. And super fast, because we're moving for type 2 muscle fibers. On the other hand, I worked my arms 3 to 4 times a week, so I should have sarcoplasmic muscles. You do. Yet I have 3 times his forearms. Well, I would suggest you should stop building sarcoplasmic muscles. They're not, it's useless. It's not good for your health. What's the point of doing that? I don't understand. Why are people going to the gym? What is the point if you're building fake muscles? You're fake natty then. Look, sarcoplasmic is associated with artificial muscle growth hypertrophy. Okay, it isn't based on myofibrillar growth. So, man, I think people really don't know anything about bodybuilding. I don't understand what's going on the internet, dude. These have to be fake weights on the way he is doing tricep behind the head. I don't know if they're fake. He could have some fake weights there. He could have real weights. I don't know what he's doing. He takes TRT, so it gives him some forced production. I don't know. He has issues. He's a slave, eating this slave diet, dude. It's terrible. I don't know what he's doing to himself, but it's horrible. And I don't know what else people are writing me here, the comment section. Yeah, I don't dislike the kid. I just did it's really just a review video. What is this one? I did this one too as well. I think somebody wrote me there. I'm not really sure, bro. Hold on a second. Is this the bell? People write me all the time. No, I haven't been on the sugar diet, dude, Mr. Hercules. Carnivore card revoked by Jay Ducky. And Krill, he posted my video of this on his channel. He was doing a live feed. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's just a lot of stuff here. Carbs give extra size, appearance, and more reps. Yeah, they do. They do a lot of things. They do a lot of phony things. They give the extra appearance and more reps in workout. Well, simple carbs or carbohydrates that convert to sugar or simple carb sugar, what they do is they make you fat. The complex carbs when you're eating like rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, anything that's starchy carbohydrates, they load in the muscle. And your muscle can absorb a lot of glycogen. It can hold a lot. And I'm talking a lot, 100 pounds, if not, it can more than 100 pounds. You can put a lot of that energy in there because you're inducing it artificially. You're inducing it artificially. And you're also getting fat because you're inducing it artificially. You're getting fat. Triglyceride is an energy source because you're eating a fake diet. An artificial diet is not your diet. So yeah, and that's what happens to humans. They blow up, they get fat. How many animals out there are getting fat? Eating. They're muscular, they're full of muscles. Are they getting fat? No, human beings eating what herbivores are eating, we're getting fat and retaining this energy. It's all fake. No, I don't try it. This is poison. Yes, it is poison, Jim Slave. You could say that again. Yeah, man. Anyways, I'm out of here. You tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next video, friends. I gotta go, man. If I miss something, let me know.